All right, game replays. We're back. We've had our break. We're ready for the first ace game of semifinal matchup number 1, Aimstrong versus KOT. NTD, take it away.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Sunday Night Fights Season 2, our premiere episode. My name is Yoink, and I'm joined by my co-host Ami Polizzi Funk for a worldwide broadcast of Tournament 19 semifinal games exclusively on GameReplays.org. If you've been following our games that we've been shoutcasting today, they have been exciting matchups between pro players. We have seen Aimstrong, KOT. We've seen, help me out, Ami, who else did we see today so far?
We saw Dr. Horace and Aimstrong in the quarterfinals that led up to this very matchup.
That's right. We've seen pro players go 1-to-1, head-to-head in some amazingly bloody battles. So far they have been on Longres. This has been a map of choice for a lot of players for a long time to test their skills. It was recently revamped in the beta patch, and we are going to be seeing Game 3 of a very hotly contested matchup between RUKAclKot and Aimstrong. Now in Game 1, it was a matchup where it was short, it was sweet, it was bloody. We saw basically Aimstrong push KOT's British right off the field with an amazing use of Pio Spam. Even though Pio Spam has been sort of gimped in this latest patch, Aimstrong was able to make very, very good use of it and keep the Brit bottled up into one sector and do some amazing manpower damage. Then in Game 2, KOT came back with a vengeance with his well-played PE, and Aimstrong just could not micro his way out of an enormous PE advantage in the center of the field. We saw lots of tank battles, 2 Pershings going down, and even the appearance of a Jagdpanther at the end. Boy, KOT's PE is not to be messed with. He is great with micro, especially that AT-HT half-track. The Treadbreaker ability was just used all over the field to very good effect. Now, in the exciting finale of Game 3, we are going to see Aimstrong take his Wehrmacht straight north into the British's field of battle. KOT is going to do his Brit, and he has a chance to come back from such a disastrous Game 1. Same matchup. Will he fall for that Pio Spam action again? What do you think, Amy?
Well, you know, like, fool me once, it's my fault. Fool me once, okay. Fool me twice, it's definitely, you know, my fault. How's that saying go? I botched it. But anyway, you know, KOT has seen what happened to him in Game 1, and yet he has still chosen to go Brits again. So now if I was Aimstrong, I'd play it exactly the same way, because I'm a firm believer of, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, I showed you this strat, and you failed to even, you know, shake a stick at it. So it dominated you. So I would show you the exact same strat and force you to beat it. You know, like, I'm going to make you beat it. So hopefully Aimstrong will do the same thing, and we'll just see if KOT can adjust. And so, you know, this is for all the marbles. This is for a berth into the finals. In fact, you know, you could almost say this is a money game, because you know, the winner of this is guaranteed at least second place. So this is a money game. You know, there's something at stake here.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting matchup too. We've covered the timer, so no one will know how long this game lasts. So we shall see. And I think if you're ready, Ami, let's get this game started. How do you feel?
Oh yeah! Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, we have 5 seconds on the game clock, and we will get this game started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause, and we are running at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Aimstrong gives the customary good luck, have fun, which is a common courtesy that pro players do. And I will be following Simon, aka Aimstrong, in the south. And I gotta tell you, it's looking like the same thing, Ami.
All right, well that's good. I'm glad he didn't change it, try to outwit or outthink himself, you know, by mixing it up. Let's see what Kot can do to adjust the game here. He must have something in mind. I wonder if he got a chance to have a little conference with Dr. Horse or perhaps with Guderian. You know, said, guys, look at what happened to me in this first game. I got bowled over. I got steamrolled. What can I do differently? So, you know, time to show us. Show me, don't tell me.
Well, I think maybe one of the things he can do is not put his headquarters sector next to a house that can be garrisoned by a flamer squad. I think that would certainly be a good first step. We are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pioneers on the field for Simon, and a 6th just came out, and a 7th is building. So we are looking at the exact same build as Game 1.
I don't notice any changes on the Brit side yet. Scratch that. This time, his third build was a Bren carrier. So that's the first noticeable change right there.
Interesting. This is very interesting. We're looking at some action now in the first part of the game now here. Right behind these hay bales, we have a classic matchup of 2 Pioneers versus this 1 recon squad. As a side note, you know, one of the things that they changed in the beta patch, recon squads cannot build trenches anymore. So those will not help. I don't know if they would ever help against mass Pioneers anyway, but they cannot help now.
Good point, and here comes the Bren carrier to counter all these Pios. Let's see how he can do. The Bren carrier offers Brit something he did not have in Game 1, and that is mobility and the ability to get out to the flanks and actually prevent all of these rascals from capping up the map.
Now, he can't do Bren and Bren, because that was also fixed in this patch. You cannot, well, I mean, you could do Bren and Bren, but you can't repair while the Bren carrier is garrisoned. I've got that right, don't I, Ami?
I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a big Brit player. In fact, it was news to me that the recon squad couldn't build a trench. So, sorry, no help for you there.
German.
Okay, yeah, but I do believe...
You could still talk. Bio's in the channel going, these fucking noobs. Probably, right? Yeah,
I'm
No
sure
confirms that is correct. No Slew confirms. You are correct.
Okay, I thought so, yeah. So Bren and Bren was a very popular strategy among British players. You know, you could put that Bren squad into that Bren carrier and have an enormous amount of firepower that you could repair on the move while the squad inside the Bren carrier would keep firing. That has been fixed. You can no longer do that. And it looks like... You know, it looks like Kot is doing what you said he was doing. He is keeping that Bren carrier constantly on the move, chasing those Pioneer squads off the field. They've done a good job of capping, but it's certainly a lot better than Game 1 right now for the Brit player.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. I mean, he still only has 2 resource points, you know? I mean, granted, there's more blue on the map, but, you know, and his guys aren't pinned in his base immediately. We are, you know, 4 minutes in now. So, yeah, he's doing better. I hope that this will be a more contested match than Game 1. And here we see that Aimstrong is, you know, he's in situations where he's dominated. You know, 2 Pios will not do anything against a Bren and a recon squad. So you never want to be in those kind of fights where you're dominated, because you're just you know, even if you get like 1 little kill, maybe your combativeness is 0, and you're losing the game when you're in situations like that. So no, Aimstrong quickly retreats. Here, once again, he's gone straight to Tier 2, and we've got some Grenadiers on the field.
Yeah, same build order too. Look at that. We got a half-track coming out of his base as well, so he may try and do the exact same thing. Now, you know, the Brit player does have less map control, but Brits don't need as much map control, especially in the early part of the game. They can stand by with what they have. He's got 48 income for munitions and 26 for fuel, so he's doing okay. It's not too shabby. Although, boy, this Bren carrier is in deep trouble because we have a Shrek'd Gren squad. That'll chase it away in no time flat.
Yeah, nice micro by Kot. He manages to back out of there and avoid the first Shrek, which lands helplessly into the ground there. Now, the Bren carrier has been upgraded, so he's got a little bit more stopping power should he see that rascally half-track again.
Now, it looks like a bunker is very critical to Aimstrong's strategy here. He's tried to build it twice, right behind that hedgerow, excuse me, and both times it has been destroyed of his own accord. He's not letting it get built when the British player comes into view. So I'm not sure what he wants to do with that, but it seems pretty critical to his strategy. And here we go again with that half-track, kamikaze half-track, right into the British infantry. I really had no idea that it was so resistant to British rifle fire. I mean, look at that. It's not taking any damage at all.
No, it's not taking any damage. And look, and there's no MG on the field, and yet 10 Brit infantry are crawling around on their bellies. Wow. Did Aimstrong discover this? Who could take credit for the just like recognizing how wicked this thing is in the early game?
This is like almost Puma style action, resistant to small arms fire. I had no idea. I mean, this thing has the same resistance as a Puma does to small arms fire, apparently, at least for Brit rifles.
This is one of those moments in the metagame where like all the games on the ladder tomorrow against Brits will be quick tier 2 Pyrospanda half-track play, right?
Right, the Aimstrong strat, that's what it's going to be, you know? Although the Brits do have something that can do damage to that half-track, and that is that vicious Bren carrier, now upgraded, as you had mentioned.
So let's see if, I mean, the Brit had plenty of map control until he's starting to lose this plus 10.
Oh,
but if he can manage to hold...
Oh, what a shot!
What a shot, what a shot!
That was definitely the maximum range stretch.
The Shrek hitting the Bren, and the Bren running into the ammo boxes in a ball of flames. So now I'm starting to worry for Kot again, because now it's starting to look a little more like the last game.
This is exactly... no flamers, but we do have Shreks, and boy, this is this exact same problem. And look at that, again, the invincible half-track. He's just going to put his butt and face right in British forces and start suppressing them. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, clearly we're going to see some defensive play, maybe some for the fatherland, maybe some reinforcing at the bunker. Kot did manage to get out his Tier 2 field support truck, so he's now building a captain. I guess maybe he's going to go for Stuart. Yeah, he desperately needs one.
Stuart's pretty vicious in this game. Now, does Aimstrong notice that the fuel point is secured with a support truck? I don't know if he does.
Simon is focus firing the CCS. He doesn't want the Brit zombie army that we've seen in some previous tournaments to occur. So his first order of business is to take out that medic station there, and he does succeed in doing that. And this is just so filthy because look at that, fresh Grens hopping out of that half-track while they're fighting.
This is the end right here. This is awful. Look at it. There's no British manpower left on the field. They just, even with, oh, grenade! Oh, takes down one. Oh, this is the end.
I don't know why Kot like does the lieutenant stacking there in a situation like this. Maybe he just doesn't have anywhere to spend his manpower.
Unvetted lieutenant stacking was specifically nerfed in this patch. Relic made a very big point about how they wanted unvetted lieutenants to do less damage when stacked or have less powers when stacked, but vetted lieutenants are very good when stacked.
So Kot is, you know, like some kind of African range animal caught in the wolf's teeth, and he says, "Yeah, good game, probably unbeatable stuff, well played," as he is knocked once again in slightly less dominating fashion, but only slightly. I mean, there's a lot of blue on the map there, but you know, all of his units are dead. So I wonder if we are going to see this again in the finals, because we now have our first qualifying player, Aimstrong, aka Simon, into another game replays 1v1 tournament finals. He got a lot of votes in the the poll that was created, and you know what? He's our #1 seed, so that's pretty impressive work. Nice job seating by the tournament staff. But you know what? You know what it's time for now. I just get the willies even thinking about it. Tell us what's coming up next, Yoink.
Oh man, we have just the greatest matchup between two legends. Coming off of this game, Aimstrong, by the way, congratulations on a great game so far. You really have figured out something new. I certainly have not seen this before. This half-track strategy can just dominate Brits. That is the linchpin to your strat. Well done. I think we're going to see a lot of players use this. But as Ami said, moving off of this great series on Langers, we have two legends. Two epic COH warriors that I think we can all agree have actually shaped the metagame of this game over the last couple of years. We'll be seeing a titanic matchup between Sepha and Seb. That's right, I can barely contain myself. How about you, Ami?
There is no way you're touching that dial game replay, COH fans. We'll see you right back here in a few minutes. Game 1 is already in our possession, so don't go away. We'll be right back.